Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Alya Belinda wana. I'm from 3B class, and the purpose of this video is I would like to explain about sociolinguistic, my material about sociolinguistic. And here I have 4 subtopics about sociolinguistic. The first topic is definition and basic concept of sociolinguistic. The second is language gender and language varieties. The third is lingua franca, pidgin, and lingua crow. The last but not least topic is language maintenance and language safe. For the first subtopic is what is sociolinguistic? Sociolinguistic is the study of how language serves and is shaped by the social nature of human beings. In its broadest conception, sociolinguistic analyzes the many and diverse ways in which language and society entwine. But in the different definition, sociolinguistic is the descriptive study of the effect of any or all aspects of society, including cultural norms, expectation, and context on language and the ways it is used. It can overlap with the sociology of language, which focuses on the effect of language on society. Jadi, secara keseluruhan maksud dari sosiolinguistik itu adalah sosiologi itu adalah bidang pembelajaran tentang sosial yang tentang bagaimana cara kita hidup dalam kehidupan bermasyarakat, dan linguistik itu adalah pelajaran tentang penggunaan bahasa. Jadi sosiolinguistik itu secara umum bisa digambarkan sebagai penggunaan bahasa dalam kehidupan bermasyarakat sosial gitu, karena di dalam kehidupan masyarakat itu ada banyak sekali bahasa-bahasa yang bisa kita mengerti, seperti bahasa anak muda kayak lingua franca, lingua pidgin, and lingua crow gitu. Di sana ada bahasa-bahasa anak muda yang lebih bisa membuat misalkan kayak bahasa ajakan anak muda tapi menggunakan bahasa anak muda gitu. Jadi itu salah satu contoh dan pengertian dari sociolinguistic. The second topic is language gender and language varieties. In sociolinguistic, language variety is also called lack, is a general term for any distinctive form of a language or linguistic expression. Linguistic is commonly used language variety or simply variety as a cover term for any of the overlapping subcategories of a language, including dialect, register, jargon, and idiolects. To understand the meaning of language varieties, it's important to consider how dialects differ from standard English. Even what constitutes standard English is a topic of hot debate among the linguistic. And the definition of language gender is defined as the socially constructed rules and characteristics assigned to girls, boys, women, and men. The gender allocation are in the form of rules, norms, behaviors, and even mannerisms relating to people of the opposite biologically assigned sex. Considering that gender is essentially a social construct, it can change over time as society evolves. Gender affects language acquisitions, referring to how young children, boys and girls, adopt and learn their language since childhood. For the examples, girls are more likely to understand language and communicate earlier than boys, something like that. They are also more likely to use language relationally, meaning in an emotional context. There are the difference about language, gender, and language variety. Next to the third topics. Okay, the third topic is about lingua franca, lingua pidgin, and lingua creole. I would start with the lingua franca first. Lingua franca might be the most commonly recognized of these three terms. In essence, a language franca is one that is used for communication between people who have no native language in common. This helps to facilitate trade and cultural exchange, which helps to explain why lingua franca were also called trade or bridge language. The next is lingua pidgin. Lingua pidgin share the main characteristic of lingua franca in that they are used as a means of communication between different communities. Where they differ from the previous use is that pidgin language have no native speakers. Often pidgin language are based on simplified version of one main language, while borrowing vocabulary, grammar from several additional language. And the next is lingua creole. All creole language are derived from forms or pidgin. They are simply pidgin languages that have been spoken across generations and which have developed a community of native speakers. While pidgin are characteristic by an extremely simplified structure and are simply used to get by when communicating with someone who use native language you don't speak. Creoles start to reintroduce more complex grammar. Okay, the last topic is language maintenance and language shift. I would like to start with language maintenance. This concept refers to the extent to which individuals or groups continue using their language, especially in settings where bilingualism or multilingualism is common or among immigrant communities. In essence, it's about a community sticking to its traditional language despite various factors that might other ways led to a shift to another language. This practice is also known as a language survival or language retention. An example could be a community using its mother tongue in everyday communication throughout their lives. And the next is language shift. In contrast, language shift occurs when a community abandons its original language in favor of adopting a new one. It is essentially a process where there is a transition from the habitual use of one language to that of another language, as put forth by Winrich, 1964. It involves the change from the routine use of one language to embracing another. This gradual disappearance of a language is a community where it was once spoken insatiably captured by Tesbert on and Kroon, 1993, as the gradual disappearance of a language in a community where it's used to be spoken. So the conclusion from my material is studying sociolinguistic is like peeking into how people talk in their daily life. It's all about understanding how language tell us about who we are and how we can use the language it to connect or even push people away, whether we mean to or not. Sociolinguistics looks at how language change based on where you are, how much money you have, and where you fit in society. It's closely linked with dialects, which are the different which are the different ways people in a society talk. So if you are into grasping how social setups and conversation work together, this lecture is for you. That's all from me. I hope that my material can be beneficial for us. See you in the next material. Bye.